see a ring on that pretty little hand of yours.
Well, I'm only 19. Not quite sure I'm ready for that yet.
Oh, don't be silly. Girls your age are ripe for plucking. You'd make the most beautiful bride to me. Don't tell my wife I said that, though.
Well, I'm flattered, really, but I must go powder my nose.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, hello there.
May I interest you in an escargot?
Oh, no. Thank you.
Yourself.
I wish there was just one man that could just sweep me off my feet.
Are you all right?
Oh, yes, sorry. I didn't see where I was going. I'm just a bit out of place here.
You don't dance like you're out of place.
Dancing isn't really my forte. I prefer music myself.
I couldn't agree more. Do you play?
I sing, but I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Do you play?
Oh, well, my mummy called me a prodigy.
I mean, I dabble here and there.
I was actually about to head into the drawing room to get away from everything.
I spotted a beautiful piano earlier in the night. How would you like to accompany me, Miss...
Oh, Boyd. Evelyn Boyd, and you are?
Well, I'm the Duke of this faraway estate in the moors. You wouldn't know it. Not many do. It's very rural, but very beautiful.
Okay, the Duke. I'd love to accompany you. Lead the way. After you.
I don't know what to play.
Play me anything, I don't mind.
All right. Now, this one's quite personal to me. Don't be too harsh. I'm really not that good.
You taught your baby, taught her everything. Showed her the full moon and how to take a wing. Gave her a locket, a ribbon for her hair. Told her you loved her, she didn't even care. Oh, baby, so long, oh, baby, so long. Why did you do me? Why did you do me wrong? Baby, so long, oh, baby, so long.
That was just wonderful.
I think I'm in love with you, Evelyn Boyd. I mean, it feels like I've known you for years. Look, I know this is crazy, and I know we just met, but will you marry me?
Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Today is the first day of my new life. I'm still in disbelief about what happened last night. The whole night felt like a romance novel. He chose me over all the other girls. I never even thought he'd notice me, but then he told me I was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. The whole night I had butterflies. We talked for hours, laughing, singing, sometimes just looking into each other's eyes. And when we danced, it felt like we were the only two people in the room. Everyone was looking at us. I bet they were all jealous. He looked at me like he already knew me, and he spoke my name as if it had been on his lips his entire life. He was so kind and gentle. I felt safe in his arms. Today, I am going to the Duke's mansion. The way he described it sounded like a dream, with gorgeous windows and balconies overlooking the dales, and a massive garden with perfectly trimmed hedges. He even has his own personal maid. Heathers, moors, sheep, a lot of sheep. Well, I'll get used to that, just so long as I am with him. Imagine me, a duchess. I wish he didn't live so far away, though. Uphill, down vales, round bends on an old gravel road. There's no one around for miles. He must be so lonely out here. He told me he'd been married before. Catherine, her name was, though he seemed reluctant to say much else. Tragic what she did to him. She She ran away to France and broke his heart, but maybe I can show him love again. You don't think it's too good to be true, do you? No. I think I'm going to be happy here.
Good God! It's nearly 2:30. She should be here any moment. I still need to sort out my cufflinks. Alice, sweep the floor, dust the statues, and make sure that painting is covered.
You got it, sir.
Never mind, just wait right here.
I'll wait as good as I can, sir.
Okay, you do that.
Coming! And you must be the beautiful bride to be. You've just got a little...
Do you know how long it took me to do my hair?
It's just what I do, love. I mean, if the Duke found you turning up looking like you've been...
Dragged through a hedge backwards.
No! But let's just tidy you up a little bit.
Alice, has my bride arrived yet?
Not yet, sir! Couple last things. Speak politely and make sure to compliment him when he comes in. That won't go unnoticed. And we should be about done.
Ah, hello, my darling. I'm so glad you're here. Alice, go tend to the lilies in the garden, will you?
Oh, right away, sir.
It's so good to see you again.
You look as beautiful as ever, my love.
And you look charming as always.
Oh, this? I just threw all this on last minute. Nothing special. Come, I'll show you around. And finally, a statue cast in bronze of Neptune taming a seahorse. A rarity. Sculpted by none other than Klaus of Innsbruck himself. Family heirloom. You are, of course, familiar with his work.
Oh, yes, of course. Wow, you have so many paintings. You haven't shown me this one. It must be special if it's covered up, may I?
No! That one's quite a personal painting. I always keep it covered up, just in case.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Now, don't you worry about that, my love. Why don't you go up to your room and make yourself comfortable? It's just up those stairs and on the right. First door, you can't miss it.
You won't come with me?
I must attend to matters in the garden. Got to keep an eye on Alice. Gardening isn't really her forte.
Not even 6 months, and you have already found some poor new girl, have you?
Christ, Catherine. It's not what it looks like.
Go on. What's her name?
Evelyn. And she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Where have I heard that before?
Don't start.
I remember when you used to say that to me. Not anymore. Now I'm forever doomed to entrapment in this painting. And the artist didn't even get my hair right. I mean, have you seen all the other paintings in this house? They're gorgeous, and then there's mine. Oh, Catherine, they thought, let's just do her over. She won't notice. I swear to God, if I ever find out who did this, I will actually, what? Don't put the cover on me! God, you are just as intolerable as when we were married. Does she know how much of a control freak you are? What have you told her? Does Evelyn know the real you?
What do you mean, the real me?
You know exactly what I mean. Tell me, what do you intend to do with her? When she finds out who you really are you going to do to her what you did to me?
my hand, Catherine. You broke my heart. But Evelyn would never. I love her. Don't you dare ruin this for me. How are my darling Evelyn's flowers shaping up? I want to present them to her tonight.
Yes, they're coming along nicely, sir. Just finishing up now. How's Evelyn settling in?
Oh, she's sent from God, Alice. She's settling in very nicely. Not causing any problems for me yet. Why are you stretched over the flowers like that? You wouldn't want to damage them.
Oh, no, I just saw a ladybird, sir.
Really? What did you do?
I didn't mean to, sir. I'll fix it right away.
You idiot! Now the whole garden is ruined. How do you think Evelyn will feel if she knows you've ruined her bouquet?
Oh, I didn't mean to, sir. It was an accident.
Well, maybe this will teach you to be more careful next time. Bring it back. All these flowers better be pristine.
A cigarette breaks are my only time alone. He's always watching. I can't help but think that this is all my fault. I mean, I'm lying to the poor girl's face. Evelyn doesn't know what she's got herself into, but it's not her fault. Everyone falls for it. I mean, dear Cat. Oh, no. Sorry, I shouldn't say anything. I can't. I want to help Evelyn. I do. I want to warn her, but it's not as easy as that. He has a temper, you see. Dreadful temper. It comes out of nowhere. I'll tread around the house, hoping he doesn't find a single thing out of place. If he did, he would... Well, you saw what he did. One day, I'll get out of here, and I'll live in a house just as grand as this one. And I won't have a maid follow me around at my call. I can look after myself. I've done it all my life. I didn't want this job, but I didn't have a choice. When Catherine told me she was bringing me up to the countryside from London, I was so excited for a change of scene. Lovely girl she was. I still can't believe that he would actually... Sorry, Lovebird. I didn't see you come in.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no one. Just myself. I do that sometimes. Gets lonely in here, you know. Ever since.
No, I don't know. Ever since what, sorry?
Well, he's told you about Catherine, hasn't he?
No. He doesn't like to talk about her.
Oh, well, it's no surprise given what he did to...
What he did to her. He told me she ran off to France with the stable boy.
Oh, yeah. That's what he tells everyone. And they all believe it. Still, he can't stand to change a single thing of hers.
Was this her room?
Yes, darling, I'm afraid it was.
And she's the one in the painting, isn't she? I knew it! He was acting so unusual when I asked him. What did he do to her? What will he do to me?
I've said too much. Please don't ask anything about it. For your own sake.
So, what do you think of the house? It's quaint, but cozy, don't you think? Did you find your room all right?
Yes, yes. It's a beautiful room. I noticed a lot of things in there already for me. How did you have them?
They were just lying around the house.
I see. Alice happened to mention that it used to be Catherine.
Top up! Oh, I mean, would either of you like a top up?
Yes, that would be
I think we're all right, thank you. Yes, you're quite right. It used to be Catherine's room. I couldn't stand to change anything after she left.
Did she? Leave, I mean.
I'm not quite sure what you're getting at,
I
Abby.
only meant that.
I'd rather we change the conversation. I don't like talking about her.
I only meant that with what Alice has said and that painting that you just won't show me.
Say one more thing about that goddamn painting! I will not have any more of this, Evelyn. You are in my house, and you will listen to me. Ah!
He's got quite a temper, hasn't he? It's from all that pent-up fear that someone will find out what he did to me. Do you want to know what really happened? It was about this time last year. We met at a party. He singled me out in front of all the other girls and told me I was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. Sound familiar? We were married within the week at his house in the moors, and we were happy for the first few months. He would take me out to all these extravagant balls and show me off, his precious Duchess. I do know that he loved me, but the issue was when he would love me too much. Hold a hug just too tight, kiss me too forcefully, like I belonged to him. Then the childish love started to fade, and I couldn't stop noticing his faults. An insecure perfectionist. That's what he was. He would explode if the slightest thing was out of place. He needed his life to be perfect. He needed me to be perfect. He would get angry if I ever said I wanted to do something he didn't like. God forbid if I looked at another man. So I did. All that time alone in the moors can make a girl lonely. So I started to go out on my own. When he was away, of course. He didn't have to know. It was only a few parties. But the man I truly loved wasn't far away at all. You know, I've never seen a man quite as divine as the Duke's stable boy. Oh, how his golden hair would fall onto his shoulders, and his eyes would light up when I told him about my day. The Duke found out eventually, of course. He was nice at first with his false smiles. That was until I came back early in the morning with straw all in my hair. Never had such a night as I did with that man. He's buried in the back garden now. Bet he didn't tell you that, did he? He looked at me. Almost through me. Then all the smiles stopped together. There was a darkness in him I'd never seen before. And for the first time I saw the ugly, insecure man he truly was. only for a split second. Everything after that is a bit hazy. He rid himself of me, but I still roam these halls in search of a love he never gave me. And now he's doing all of it again with a new girl. He hasn't learned his lesson. Such a shame you had to fall for him the way I did.
I've got to cover you back up. He can't know I've spoken to you.
If you ask me, it's already too late to feign ignorance. He knows when you lie to him. Go, Evelyn. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Evelyn! Where have you gone to, Evelyn? I promise I won't get mad. Just come back to me. We can talk about this. Oh, my trust, Evelyn. One thing I forbade you to, and you did it. You know that organ, my Last Duchess.
You're crazy! What do you think you can control me like you did, Catherine? Stay away from me!
Let me in, Evelyn.
I'd rather die than let you anywhere near me!
Let me in! Good God, have you seen the time? She should be here any minute and I still look a mess. Alice, sweep the floors and dust the statues.
What would you like me to do with the paintings, sir?
Cover them both up. We don't want any repeats of what happened last time.
Of course not, sir. Coming! And you must be the beautiful bride to be. The Duke's so excited to see you again.